The return of the Countess. Like all buildings, Shackerstone Station has seen both happy and sad occasions. The royal visit in 1902 was probably the epitome of happiness. The King, the Queen, and many other dignitaries were being hosted at the nearby stately hall, Gopsall, the seat of Earl and Countess Howe. However, the scene at Shackerstone 5 years later was very different. Georgiana, Countess Howe, had passed away at her London home. A special train was organised to return her body. The Hinckley Times and Bosworth Herald now takes up the story. Last Wednesday, snow covered the ground, and little knots of villagers stood in sorrowful groups along the route leading from the station to the hall. Blinds in every house in Shackerstone were drawn down, and a muffled peal was tolling out the message that death was amongst them. 3 special saloons had been brought down to Nuneaton Station by the express, leaving Euston at 11 a.m. Upon reaching Nuneaton, these were attached to a special engine, which arrived at Shackerstone at 1:20. The saloon carriage, which conveyed the body, was beautifully draped in violet and white, with a catafalque in the centre, on which the coffin rested. As the coffin was taken from the station, it was covered with a beautiful pall of white corded silk, which had in the centre a golden cross reaching nearly the full length of the coffin. Upon this was laid one large chaplet of violets, and lilies of the valley, which have been placed upon the coffin by Earl Howe. Borne upon the shoulders of 8 bearers, the coffin was carried through the station, and placed upon a hearse in waiting. Slowly the cortege wended its way through the little village, and entered the park by the Shackerstone Drive. The following day, the Countess was interred in the churchyard of the adjoining village of Shackerstone. Later a memorial was constructed over her grave, and a lych gate was added to the churchyard by Earl Howe, in commemoration of his wife. When the family sold the hall some years later, both the Countess and the memorials were moved to the family home at Penn Street, in Buckinghamshire.